Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store in Richland. Now's the best time of the year to save more with Mahindra, and it all starts with zero. Pay zero down and 0% interest up to 60 months. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift, capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. So get zero down, 0% interest for up to 60 months on Mahindra, the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra, available at the Tractor Store in Richland.
We up?
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Oh, we're hanging in there. Tyler, you with us? Oh, well.
Oh,
All right, Heath, I'm ready.
all right, sir. Here we go. I guess looking last night's game, just kind of recap it a little bit. Obviously, it seemed you're frustrated afterwards. Can you talk a little bit about that and how you feel about the game last night?
Well, I just did not, as everybody that was there, didn't see a team that competed well enough to win. It's kind of amazing, Heath, because I feel like we got beat 20-1, but we only got beat 4-1, and but because I feel like that we beat ourselves, offensively with the strikeouts and not putting balls in play and not pressuring them to make plays. Obviously, just was no pressure at all. Defensively, we gave up a couple of unearned runs that could have kept the score much closer than it was. We haven't hit much all spring. Pitching's what's kept us in it. Defense has kept us in it, and pitching continues to do well. We've come from back-to-back games now where we've had 3 errors and 4 errors last night, and which has led to runs on the board for the opposition. And we're not hitting well enough, obviously, to out-hit our mistake there. So it's very disappointing. It's very frustrating. I felt like we beat ourselves last night in that aspect of not playing sound defense and not competing at the plate like we need to win games against quality opponents like Mississippi State.
Are you at the point now that you may be looking at sitting some guys, giving other guys opportunities, seeing if you get a spark at the plate, or are you?
I'm going to move it around a little bit. I don't have a lot of options to work with. That's nobody's fault but ours. That's where we are with the makeup of the team that we have. But obviously we're dominant left-handed hitters. I don't have anything to go to from the right side when we face a lefty. And in years prior, we've done okay against lefties. Our lefties have handled lefties pretty good. But this year, we've struggled against them, as has some of our right-handed hitters in the lineup that need to be taking that pressure off those lefties. And but I think this weekend I'll make some moves to see if we can get some offense in there, just get some type of spark that we need in order to get out the gates, because we're putting so much pressure on our pitching staff to go out there and throw up zeros inning after inning, and I know that's taxing on them, and we're gonna have to do something offensively to help that.
Coach, looking forward to this weekend. What is I know you've talked about the approach at the plate here in the past, like you felt like that you weren't getting, I'm going to go up there, it's a one-on-one battle against the pitcher. Is that going to be something that is that something you guys you're still looking for at this point?
100%,
especially coming up this weekend?
100%. It's your mindset when you get in that plate. 100%. Everybody's got the tool sets. I'm not saying that everybody on this team has beautiful swings, great swings, but you have to be able to compete with the swing that you have. And the first thing is you got to be able to mentally go up there and be willing to compete. And at this point right now, I've seen enough strikeouts in the fall. I've seen enough strikeouts this spring that there's got to be a mindset that I'm going to put the ball in play. I think that, what we've seen so far is that we're very easily pitched to. We haven't made those adjustments from an individual, from at bat to at bat. I was very disappointed last night in the fact that we didn't make the adjustment from one hitter to the next. Watching what happened to him, we just continued to do the same thing, and put that blame on coaching, and that's fine, and it should be. But at the end of the day, there's got to be a mindset with that hitter and that individual when he goes in that box that he's going to compete and settle for nothing less.
Coach, I thought Drew Boyd, did a pretty good job. Just kind of tough for him working around those errors. What'd you think about his start?
Drew pitched well enough to win. He went out and really battled in a good atmosphere. A big stage atmosphere there against a quality opponent, and he gave us every opportunity to win. If we hit any at all, we had a situation where we had a runner at second, nobody out, and all we have to do is hit a ground ball to the right side to move him to third to put ourselves in a position to tie that thing up 2-1, and we miss on it. We pop it up instead of just doing that little thing. And but Boyd and pretty much all the other guys gave us a chance to win. So like I said, I felt like at the end of the game, I felt like we got beat 20-1 because of the strikeouts, because of the errors. But at the end of the day, our pitching staff throws 4 double plays. If they don't do that, then maybe it is 8-1. But we were able to minimize damage, even behind errors. We were able to minimize damage. I think there was 2 unearned runs of the 4 that were last night. So, there's 3 phases of the game, guys, and it's pitching, defense, and hitting. And you've got to have a chance to win. You've got to play at least 2 of those, if not all 3, on any given day. And last night the only thing that we did is we pitched well enough to win. We didn't defend the ball, even though we turned 4 double plays. We still had errors that led to runs that weren't able to be overcome with our bats, and we strike out way too much and don't put any pressure.
Coach, Drew Boyd, does he worked his way when you start conference play to be one of your 4 starters on the weekend with the way he's pitched so far this season?
Oh, I don't have any idea on that, Heath. I mean, we'll just keep working, and we don't have a whole lot of midweek games. We've played 2 of the 6 that we have so far. There's 4 more. Obviously, those are midweek games that are really important. Alabama, I think, is the next one that's coming up, or either South Alabama, one of the 2. But we just keep trying to get better each game out. I'm not trying to predict or even project into the future at this time. I think there's so many unknowns of where we are as a team and where we need to get to before that 5th or that 6th weekend when we start conference play. He'll certainly be in the mix, somewhere with it.
One more question right quick for me, Coach. You talked about the hitting a little bit, and even in the UConn series, they were able to jump out on you guys real quick until you were able to get to the bullpen. Does that worry you a little bit now with the way the offense is playing, that that you weren't able to get to their starters, but you had to wait a little bit? Does that worry you now going forward?
I mean, anytime you fall behind, which seems to be the case in the majority of our games, and luckily we're not falling behind by much. We're not giving up the big number, falling behind early, and we've been able to minimize and keep it there. The lack of offense, right now we don't have the ability to go up there and hit a 3-run homer every time we want to, or it's piece by piece. And right now what's eluding us is just a base hit to pick up the run. And we've hit more extra base hits than we have base hits. And so that's concerning to me. Is just the ability to get the base hit, the 2-out knock. It's so we've got to continue to work very hard on the offense. We've got to continue to make adjustments, lineup wise. We got to continue to make adjustments, each individual and their mindset and how they're going to compete. And, I think you get to a certain point, and I'm there, that I'm tired of seeing it, and I hope they are too. And, so that's the reality of it, in all honesty. And so that's the chip you have to have on your shoulder when you go out there, particularly tomorrow night as an offense. Anything else?
I'm good, Coach. Thank you,
I
sir.
think we're good.
All right, guys. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day out there.